I'm with Paul Farquharson, who is the president and CEO of eCobalt. Paul, talk to us about cobalt and why it's the next booming resource.
The cobalt is normally a byproduct of copper mining and nickel mining. Our project is a primary cobalt deposit, but there's much less supply of cobalt out there now, and the demand is increasing in magnitudes. Batteries of choice in the industry all require cobalt. So cobalt is in a deficit situation, and it is in great demand.
So I understand you were in a panel earlier in the conference. What kind of top questions came up that you can mention for us now?
Well, it's, because cobalt's in batteries, it's like what's going on with the lithium. The lithium has taken a really nice jump. They think cobalt is going to be the next thing to move. It was all about the vehicles and electric vehicles, and it's not just Tesla who's in the headlines here about vehicles. All the car manufacturers are moving towards electric vehicles. They all require cobalt, or the bulk of them require cobalt in their batteries.
Right, and will Canadian environments accommodate electric vehicles? What do you think of that?
You either have your air conditioner on in the United States or southern climates, or your heater in the wintertime. So it takes down on the availability of the vehicle to go certain distances, but it certainly can be accommodated in Canada.
Interesting. So what I'm curious about is an education on cobalt for those of us who don't exactly know what it is and what it can do.
Sure. It's the precursor material that goes in the cathode of the battery, and it's what's required. It actually should be, the batteries shouldn't be called lithium-ion batteries. They should be called cobalt batteries, because cobalt is the main ingredient in the batteries. The NCAs, which is the Panasonic, the Tesla battery, they are about 9% cobalt by weight. So the more cobalt you have in a battery, the better it holds a charge, the longer the power, and the better cycling of the battery.
And how have investors regarded eCobalt at Mines and Money?
Well, we were very well received at Mines and Money. There was a great battery show. We were on a panel there. A lot of great questions about recycling of the product, which is big news here. But it's just the cobalt is coming into its own now, because people are understanding how much use there is in the batteries, and electric vehicles they're here to stay.
Great. Now tell us about your experiences in the industry and what kind of proven track record you have.
Well, we've been working on this project. We originally drilled it in 1995. It is a long process to go through. We've got over $110 million spent on the project so far, and it took 10 years and $20 million to do the permitting. So it is a long stint, but we have all our permits in place. So if we had our CapEx today, we could start construction tomorrow. And that's what we're doing right now. We're finishing up our feasibility study, which will lead us into the CapEx financing, and we're talking to strategic partners about offtake agreements and debt financing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
For more information on eCobalt, make sure you check them out on their website. I'm Rachel Lee for SmallCapPower.